Let's talk about players who became superstars or elevated their game after being traded or moving to a new team. Let's start with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. While playing for the Los Angeles Clippers, he averaged 10.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 3.3 assists per game. After being traded to the OKC Thunder, he immediately produced 26.1 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 5.3 assists per game. Now, he is even an MVP candidate, finishing as the first runner-up in MVP voting. Next is Tyrese Halliburton, who averaged a decent 13.6 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 6.3 assists per game with the Sacramento Kings. After being traded to the Indiana Pacers, his numbers rose to 19.9 points, 3.9 rebounds, and 10.5 assists per game. He has also led the NBA in assists for back-to-back seasons and carried the Indiana Pacers last season. Of course, we can't forget James Harden. He averaged 12.7 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per game during his time with the OKC Thunder, where he also won the 6th Man of the Year award. The next season, he moved to the Houston Rockets and put up 29.6 points, 6 rebounds, and 7.7 assists per game. He became the MVP while with the Rockets, was the NBA scoring leader, assist leader, and was also named one of the 75 greatest players of all time. Then there's Jalen Brunson, who averaged 11.9 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 3.7 assists per game with the Dallas Mavericks. When he moved to the Knicks, he immediately upped his stats to 26.5 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 6.5 assists per game, making him the highest-scoring American player in the NBA that season and a legitimate MVP candidate. Another example is Lauri Markkanen. From being a role player with the Chicago Bulls, where he averaged only 15.6 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 1.2 assists per game, he was traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers and then again to the Utah Jazz, where he became an all-star, now averaging 24.5 points, 8.4 rebounds, and 1.9 assists per game. As for the players from the past, we have Isaiah Thomas, who averaged 15.3 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 4.8 assists per game for the Sacramento Kings as the 60th pick. When he moved to the Boston Celtics, he put up 24.7 points, 2.7 rebounds, and 6 assists per game, becoming an MVP-caliber player at one point. Of course, we can't forget Tracy McGrady, who only averaged 11 points per game with the Toronto Raptors as Vince Carter's backup. However, when he moved to the Orlando Magic, he became a 2-time scoring champion and a multiple-time All-Star. Other examples include Ben Wallace, Kyle Lowry, and others. But perhaps the biggest case is Jermaine O'Neal, who went from averaging 3.9 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 1 block per game to producing 18.6 points, 9.6 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks per game with the Indiana Pacers. Who do you think are the great role players today that are on the wrong team but have the potential to become stars if they get traded? Did you enjoy this video? Please click the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell for more updates.